Is your back to school authority and the start of the new school year. Certainly exciting, but the pandemic has also created a lot of uncertainty. So all this week we are speaking to experts to help answer your questions. And joining us tonight, Dr. Thomas Murray, Associate Medical Director at Yale New Haven Children's Hospital. Dr. Murray, thank you so much for being with us.
Nice to speak with you.
So with a lot of the children going back to school, there is no remote learning in most situations. And obviously the Delta variant, the headline of most news stations and newspapers. Is the Delta variant making young children sicker than the original strain of the virus?
Certainly around the country, we've seen an increase in hospitalizations in children from the Delta variant, which makes us concerned that it could possibly make children sicker. We've been very fortunate here at Yale that the number of kids hospitalized has not increased, but unfortunately, some of the kids recently hospitalized have been very sick and have required intensive care unit levels of care.
Okay, and obviously the kids are going to be around each other, whether it's on the bus, in the classroom, cafeteria, recess potentially. What steps should children take if a classmate tests positive for COVID-19?
The schools have been working very carefully and closely with the departments of public health, both local and state. So there will be very clear protocols in place. And I would expect that any parent whose child has been exposed will get a call from the school. They'll assess the level of exposure and determine the risk to the child. And if it's a high risk situation, that child may have to stay out of school until it's clear that they're not going to catch the virus.
There was a lot of misinformation when this pandemic first started in terms of, do we wash our groceries? Do we wipe down surfaces? This is a question parents have. Can the Delta variant live on surfaces in schools like desks and door handles?
So we have learned a lot since the beginning of the pandemic. And one of the things that we have learned is that the COVID variants, all of them, are predominantly spread through the respiratory droplets and through the air. However, I do want to point out that there are other viruses that are currently circulating, the winter respiratory viruses that do live on door handles and surfaces. And so that hand washing is still really important as kids head back to school.
Always critical, pandemic or no pandemic. Dr. Thomas Murray, thank you so much for your advice and your insight. We certainly appreciate it.
Thank you.